Hello, I'm Miss Farrell and I teach the violin here at Ipswich School along with Mrs Ingram and Mr Eaton. The violin is the smallest of the orchestral string instrument family and therefore plays the highest notes and in an ensemble quite often gets the tune. The violin is traditionally made of wood and the bow, wood and horse's hair. The violin has been around in its current form since about the 1560s and there are still some very old instruments being played today. In the UK, the violin, also known as the fiddle, originally played folk music, often accompanying singing and dancing. This is one of my favourite tunes, The Deal Among the Tailors. The violin became widely used in many contexts and much music was written for it. This is part of a famous slow piece which shows the violin's singing qualities. There are also fast and fun pieces such as this, which starts with pizzicato, using your finger to pluck the strings. Ipswich School, you can join in various groups such as string ensemble and chamber orchestra and the larger concert orchestra and symphony orchestra. We also have opportunities to play in chamber groups.
Hi, my name's Mary Kate Ingram and I teach the viola and the violin at Ipswich School. This is my viola, but just to show you the size difference, this is my violin. So the viola is a bit bigger and it has a deeper sound. So these are the violin strings and these are the viola strings. So we've got a C string down here at the bottom. And then we have some higher notes on the A string. Not as high as the violin goes. Okay, so the viola has 4 strings like the other members of the string family, and it's made of wood, mainly handmade. This is your chin rest, and then we have a shoulder rest at the back, which makes it more comfortable to hold. I'll just play you a little piece, you might recognise it. With the viola, there's opportunities to play in lots of ensembles, like the orchestras. The violas are members of orchestras, and it's one of 4 members of a string quartet. So there's 2 violins, a viola and a cello. The viola doesn't have quite as many people playing it as the cello or the violin, so sometimes the viola players are quite sought after. Anyway, so yeah, this is the bow. And the bow is made, this bit here is horsehair, so they're made of the tail of a horse, and then the stick is wooden, and you release it when you're not playing to release the hair, and you do it up again when you're playing. And we put rosin, which is like a tree sap, on the hair so it grips to the string to make the noise. But we can pluck too. that's the viola. Hope you like it. Thanks, bye.
And I'm one of the 2 cello teachers at Ipswich School. The other is Mrs. Rebecca Wellham. So why learn to play the cello? Well, first and foremost, the cello has the most beautiful sound and it's an incredibly versatile instrument. You can play in low notes and you can play really, really high up the cello. And everything else in between. You're sitting down when you're playing the cello, which is another nice thing about it. And some people think that the cello is a very big instrument and that it's going to be very heavy to carry around, but it is actually surprisingly portable. And it's also nice company when you're travelling around as well, to have a cello on your shoulder. As I said, it's very, very versatile, and there are all sorts of different groups you can play in with your cello at Ipswich School. We have several students who start learning in the prep school, but also several who begin to learn the cello in the senior school, and generally that works very well, provided you have lots of patience and time to practice.
I'm Mr. Harries, and this is the double bass. So the reason I first chose to play double bass was because I wanted to play loads of different styles of music. I wanted to play in an orchestra, but I also wanted to play in a band and play rock and pop and funk and jazz and blues and all those things. And I could do all that on the double bass because it's used in all of those different styles of music. It's also tuned exactly the same way as a bass guitar and the same way as the first 4 strings of a guitar. So it's really easy to go on and learn those instruments and play them at the same time as the double bass. So here's a few clips of me playing, and I hope you like it.